It's about to go down.
Hey, my name is Mr. X. Welcome to the Extreme Channel. We are giving away $1,000 statues to you guys. If you want to know how to win one, stay tuned for later in the video. Hey everyone, thank you for tuning in. If you're curious about all this stuff behind me, check out some of my other videos. If you are here for the Cybertruck, that's what we're going to talk about today, at least the accessory, the safe. And if you're here for me,
it's just not enough.
Thank you. So let me get the elephant out of the room. She's upstairs. I'm just kidding. My wife is tiny. She's freakishly strong, though. Why would you want a safe in your vehicle? Well, there's actually a lot of states out there, mine included, that do not allow you to leave a firearm in your vehicle unless it's locked. Now, while the firearm is my primary purpose, there's a lot of secondary, or maybe tertiary, that's third for you laymen, purposes for this safe. So what today's going to look like, we're going to unbox it, you're going to see me install it, and then we're going to talk about the features. Now, first of all, big thanks to TES STUDIO. TES STUDIO has amazing electric vehicle EV accessories. There's going to be a link in the description below with the discount code you can use. If you remember, I got these awesome door sills and door handles in this video right here from TES STUDIO. So make sure to check them out. But the safe here took a few days to ship. It did ship from overseas, and it was DHL, so incredibly fast. I want to say like 3 or 4 days. So upon opening, it looks like the safe has some nice padding, and then you have a little kit. So the kit looks like it has about 6 or 7 screws and nuts, installation instructions, and then the tools you will need to do the job. And then of course we have the safe itself. Has some decent weight to it, wrapped extremely well. Looks like 2 pieces. Actually, maybe more than 2 pieces. Some assembly required. Another small screwdriver. So it looks like you probably build it in place. So it has 2 plates that I assume, we're going to look at the instructions, but I assume you use the screws to screw in the sides of the console compartment there. And then it probably attaches up here with the nuts. So, like I said, has some pretty decent weight to it. Let's check what else is in here. You have a tiny little screwdriver, a larger Phillips, an Allen wrench, keys. So remember, this is the fingerprint biometric, so it probably is battery operated. Yep, there's a little battery compartment there. And it looks like they also do the instructions for the mechanical lock. So there's 2 options for this on their website. Again, make sure to check them out. One is the biometric finger, and the other is a mechanical lock. For some reason, my wife actually, we have biometric locks like on our front door. Her fingers never work. So pretty short instructions right here. Looks like 5 steps. So here's a picture of everything that it comes with, and let's move over to the Cybertruck. So right here is the standard console that the safe obviously goes in. Now it does come with a tray traditionally, so I have a few things in here: sunglasses, keys to a storage unit, a Target gift card in case anyone tries to scam me. And you're going to install it down there. Now, one thing you will notice is you do have one of your many outlets, both a USB-C and then a 12-volt outlet down there. You will not be able to access those unless you permanently put a cord in. So you'll see that the safe actually has a routing area for the cord, but you pretty much won't be able to get it in or out unless you open the top. So, that's not entirely inconvenient, but you will have to open the top. All right, so as you saw, it consisted of 3 parts, 2 side walls, and they sit in just like that, extremely flush. Now there are 2 holes on the sides where you're actually going to drill in with the screws they gave you. And drill is probably the wrong word, screw in with the screwdriver. And as you'll see, the actual safe part sits on top of this, so it still leaves quite a bit of room where you can still put the rubber storage compartment on top. So next step is going to be screwing those in. All right, so I don't anticipate this being too difficult. Might take a little bit of elbow grease. Now I do hate the fact that I'm permanently altering my CYBERTRUCK, of course. So it definitely takes a little bit of elbow grease. There's a few layers you have to push through, and it's definitely not coming out the other side. I get this pretty secure because it is a safe. All right. So as you see, very secure right there. It has no wiggle room. And the nice thing is it sits in flush, so you know exactly if it's in the right spot or not. All right, so it does take, I was wrong, it is actually AAA batteries, actually go right in here. And the reset button is actually deep down in there, which is why they give you this. So the reset button to actually program additional fingerprints. The first one you scan in is the administrator, which obviously I chose myself. I did choose, you hear that and you can unlock it and it's on a spring, it opens. So I did choose myself simply for the fact that I drive the car more than anybody. Now I'm gonna make sure this fits in what we just did before I put on the second screws on each side. And before I do, I'm going to wire that cable through because there's actually a little spot for it. So just set it in. It sits 100% flush. That is nice. So they have the dimensions exactly right. And that creates your space there. So the next step is actually right on the base here. You can see the screws. There's actually going to be nuts that you screw on the bottom. And that is why they gave you this tiny little Allen wrench socket right here to tighten it with. But before I do that, I'm going to secure the second screws on the bottom now that I know it sits flush. All right, done with that. I also realized I probably look fabulous. You're probably getting great angles of me, but I definitely now have Popeye size forearms after screwing those in. So a drill might help, but you also don't want to go too deep.
That's what she said.
So like I said, next step is actually to put on the top plate, which has the, I think there's 6 screws down here where you're going to put a nut on the bottom to secure it. So it slides right in. And now I have to get at an awkward angle to not only screw these on, but tighten them as well. So you're going to get some more great shots of me. This is where Mrs. X, my wife, who's half my size, would probably be pretty valuable. Actually, that went on pretty easy. Tightening them might be a different story. But let me get these 4 on. Oh, there's the second one. And it looks like they did give you extras of these. It's the only thing you have extras of. I'm left-handing it. I can't left-hand it. All right, since I don't have 6 hands, you can't tell what I'm doing right now, but I'm actually tightening the nuts with that kind of Allen socket they sent. It's not that hard. It takes about 1.5 to 2 full turns for each one, depending on how much you're able to hand tighten it. It's really the angle that's more awkward than everything else. All right, so completely installed here. Let's take a look at what we have. Again, you can remove the upper storage compartment. So really heavy, nice material. Looks like carbon fiber. It is not. And as I said, it has kind of that little loophole to put a power charger through. And again, you can program whatever finger you have. For me, it was easiest for my index finger. Turns green, you turn the knob, and then it has a spring-loaded opening. Then inside right now, I just have a SIG 9mm with a few extra mags. I have the instructions I'm going to keep in there for adding additional users. Again, you take off this panel and you use, it's in there somewhere, the poking device, if you will, to program that in there. And I'm going to put a few other valuable things like a couple $100 bills, just some backup stuff just in case. But I do enjoy carrying on a regular basis, so that was kind of my primary motivation to get this. Generally when I carry, I'm pretty quick at loading a gun, so I will usually leave the mag loaded, but not in the gun, just extreme safety. We do have guns all over our house, but the safe I think is awesome. There's plenty of spacious room in there. Like I said, it opens really easily. I do have the keys. Now the keys, just in case, are actually, you pull off this piece right here. And I'm not going to do it right now, but the keyhole is under there in case this ever runs out of power or can't read your fingerprint or whatever that looks like. So I don't know how long the batteries will last. I would assume a few years depending on usage. I don't plan to use this all the time. It's kind of like a set of backup, but really happy because I was looking for a lot of mounting options. And while there are some good ones on a CYBERTRUCK, as I said, it's really, in the state I live in, it is illegal to leave it out there. It has to be secured within the vehicle, locked up somewhere else, so that this works for that. And it's extremely secure. I did take a ride up to the grocery store, no rattling or anything like that, which is also awesome. So highly recommend not only this from TES STUDIO, but a lot of their other accessories. I still have their board right there. You can't see it flashing because the sun's out pretty bright, but fantastic addition to the CYBERTRUCK. Again, check them out. There's a link in the description below. Use the code EXTREME for an additional discount. Thank you so much to them. Love it. As we try to grow this channel, we like to reward you guys for watching and subscribing. So because of that, every 5,000 milestone when it comes to subscribers, we give away a couple $1,000s worth of statues. We've actually given away over 20 statues. To win one was easy. First, you gotta be subscribed to the channel. You'll get bell notifications when videos drop. Each video that drops, you wanna make a comment on those videos. We pick a random video, we give away statues based on a comment. You can say whatever you want. The more videos you comment on, the higher your chances are to win. Every day, thanks to companies like TES STUDIO, I love my CYBERTRUCK more and more, so please check them out, whether you have a Tesla, Ford E150, I don't even know what the Fords are called because CYBERTRUCK's better. But any electric vehicle, check them out, use the code. I appreciate them, I appreciate you watching. I'll talk to you soon. Take care.